as well.
Well, already you have Colombia, which is increasing. They're putting their guard up. I think they're sending in certain security forces into Venezuela because they anticipate a massive influx of people moving out of Venezuela and into Colombia. Colombia is also, I mean, I think it's likely also on the chopping block as well.
Yes.
I think they're expecting a much higher than usual likelihood of something similar being done in that country. I don't know. What do you think of that? Of a broader escalation of similar types of maneuvers being done around other Latin American countries, Panama, which has a lot of investment with China, Colombia. I don't know any other countries. I think everybody is a little bit concerned because they've all been subjected to Banana Republic maneuvers from the CIA for many decades. What are your thoughts or fears about that?
Well, I would bounce back on what Martin's said about the prospect for a perfect scenario in Venezuela.
Yes.
From the Trump administration, in as far as let's step back a few weeks when he started assembling this armada off the coast. Obviously, politically, it would have become unbearable for him to not do something. So now that he did something, he's only halfway pregnant, which you can't be. So bearing on that, the question is, since it is not possible at this point for Washington to stand pat and allow somehow their interest to be pursued by some kind of proxies, as the situation currently stands, wasn't the Trump administration's calculus that of creating actually a full war, a state of war, which would, and I agree with Martin, could very well turn into a bloody disaster for the United States. Venezuela is not like Panama. It's a huge country. It's been 25 years ideologically conditioned behind something which might not be perfect, but which provided them with a sense of dignity and self-awareness. And that Maduro, whether you like it or not, was democratically elected.
Yes.
And to that extent, they are feeling miffed right now. They are feeling humiliated. And they're going to basically make sure that, they go down fighting if the situation does escalate. Now, as far as the neighborhood is concerned, obviously, you mentioned Colombia. Gustavo Petro has already come out and made a couple of speeches, which are really clear as to his condemnation of what happened down south. He's making sure that his country is preserved from an outflow of refugees. But, I think his head is on the chopping block. I think they're not going to stop there. I think we might be focusing, if anything, too much on Venezuela when I believe they could be going after Petro, they could be going after Noriega, they could be going after Cuba. We know Marco Rubio has a long-standing feud with the Cubans.
Agreed.
And the operation in Venezuela aims to deprive them of much-needed natural resources to keep functioning. That's still possible after 60 years plus of embargo. And I would even say that Claudia Sheinbaum might be herself on the shopping block, unless she agrees to some kind of ad hoc protocol compact bearing on inviting the federal agencies, U.S. federal agencies, to jointly participate in a crackdown on Mexican drug cartels, who do exist, as a matter of fact, as opposed to the Venezuelan ones. And we could have like essentially a series of destabilization flashpoint from south of the border all the way down to Venezuela. Yes, but isn't that what the U.S. actually thrives on? This constant managing of chaos. This is actually something that they really have integrated in their managing of entire regions. Martin mentioned the situation 22 years ago in Iraq with all the spillover effects that this created. And we're 22 years later, 6 years after the Iraqi parliament adopted a resolution calling on the U.S. troops to leave, and they're still there.
Yes.
So this actually is par for the course with the Israeli Oded Yinon plan, the Greater Middle East Initiative in its different iteration later on, but adapted to South America.
Mm-hmm.